Yo, what's going on guys? It's Super and welcome back to another Battlefield 6 video. So Battlefield 6 just got a massive quality of life update for Season 1, just a week ahead of Phase 2 for Season 1. First things first, this one is a little bittersweet, but it is the recon drone, and you can no longer use it to get up to high places by hitting it with a sledgehammer. Now, a lot of people weren't sure if this was actually going to come. To me personally, I didn't think they were actually going to change it because historically, Battlefield has been known to have these crazy bugs in it that sort of the community liked and they kept in. Sort of like how in Battlefield 4 you could use C4 underneath the tank and send it flying out through the air. But I guess they just didn't want to keep it in this one. Next is the lock-guided missiles that you could shoot down onto painted targets, but you couldn't counter them with flares, and now you can. Thank goodness, because flying in this game when that was a thing was miserable. And some of the rest of the update is just going over quality of life adjustments, the audio, UI, and some things for RedSec. So, first things first is the bloom. I feel like every update we talk about bloom or gun dispersion or the gunplay. And in this update, they finally think they have it locked down with fixing issues of sprinting to fire while ADSing. Also fixing where the game would assume your bloom should be based off of you at max speed at certain times, even if you're standing still. And also they tuned landing visual and as well as the sliding visual of where you're ADSing. So a lot of this is just trying to hone in on the gunplay, aiming, gun dispersion, trying to make it cleaner and more consistent and make it feel better overall for people to feel like there's not a huge discrepancy when they're playing. There's a few more minor fixes in this update, which is where vehicles didn't spawn correctly on Breakthrough and Conquest. This is something we already knew from a while ago, but this is finally making it into this patch. There's issues where matches would start with all sectors open, so for like Breakthrough or Rush, instead of it just being sector by sector as they're being taken, sometimes the entire map would be open. Personally, never experienced this. I didn't even know this was a thing until I read the patch notes, but that is being fixed. They also fixed strike point destruction not being reset on Cairo map. They also fixed the UI for vehicle customization regarding locked anti-air and fixed some of the challenges that weren't being tracked properly. Now this is kind of a weird one because they only list 2 challenges, and you and I both know that there is more than just 2 challenges that do not track correctly. Namely, the smoke assist one, the spotting targets with a recon gadget one, the airburst flame attach thing that you can use on support, that does not track correctly at all. And yeah, there's more than that. So these 2 are getting fixed. I'm not sure if this is just a little list of things that are being fixed, but I hope they end up fixing more, if not now in the future, because it is very annoying. Granted, I am happy to be done with all the class challenges and all the weapon challenges, but of course there's going to be more in the future. So trying to hone in on these problems, I would like to see them do. And finally, there are some fixes to RedSec. They are fixing the issue where the lobby wouldn't end after winning the game in quads, which is a weird bug. Didn't happen to me, but I just assumed you could just leave the game unless it didn't actually register you as a win. Not entirely sure how that one worked. There was also, they fixed the issue of squads being eliminated after being redeployed. So if you went to a redeployed station and got your boys back, it says they're being redeployed, but you died before they're actually flying in, it would actually eliminate your team. So that's supposed to be fixed in this new update. Also, the visual bug of being stuck looking top down. I'm not entirely sure what this one is, to be completely honest. I'm assuming this is when you are deploying and you get that sort of visual where you're looking from like the top of a helicopter down onto the map. It gets stuck like that. Regardless of what it is fixed. And finally, people were retaining their second chance lives even after they had already used it, or if they were redeployed at a station before the actual timer popped for the second chance. So that is now fixed. No matter what your first death, it should take away your second chance. There are a few more little things here and there, but they're not really worth to go over. If you want to see the rest of the patch notes, I will put a link in the description. You can go through every little detail. But these are just the major things that I wanted to hit for this video. If you guys like these changes, this update, let me know in the comments. If there's things you wish they really would do or what you want them to come next with, let me know. And yeah, so please like the video, and as always, thanks for watching.